So, and I know we're still waiting for some people to come back, but I'm going to go ahead and get started. One of the most striking features of Villanova University is our phenomenal student base. Would you not all agree? Absolutely. And I know that's certainly been something that has truly impressed me as I have come here. So, poised and intelligent, our students are the heart of this community, and they are doing amazing things. So I'm very pleased to introduce two outstanding Villanova students and one recent graduate who have taken full advantage of their educational experience and the many resources available to them to become business leaders for a better world. So our first student speaker, Chinasa Wokasha, is a VSB student who is currently studying abroad in London. And that may puzzle you, how we're going to have her speak. So we created a video to capture her story of how she's built a successful company that will undoubtedly flourish for years to come.
My name is Chinasa Wokasha. I'm a senior here at Villanova University from the business school, and I'm a finance major. The name of my company is Atari NYC. It's an online clothing brand that I started my freshman year, and I wanted to have some kind of business experience to convey to future employers. My current role in Atari NYC, I am the CEO and president. I manage production. Any designs that my team comes up with, I have to approve. So I'm the hub of Atari NYC. Villanova has been a tremendous aspect of my growth and growth of my company. I pay attention very much in class for how it's relatable to the real world, how I can transition what I'm learning in the classroom to what I'm doing in my business. My professors have been great. Dr. Matsura has been my Villanova mentor since I was a sophomore. She's really invested her time in me, just giving me advice and letting me know who I can connect with, what class I can take that would aid or help grow my business.
You're seeing the growth, right? So if you see continued growth,
yeah,
then
I see it because me and my vice president see it because we were there in the beginning, right? We were just making t-shirts.
I mean, you started somewhere. You had a vision, you started small, and look where you've gotten. You believe in your product. You found a niche and you're really playing to it.
There are multiple things that drive my business, but at the bulk of it is basically the people around me. There's a lot of people who are investing in me, who believe in me. And the fact that I do have a viable business, that's all that keeps motivating me every day. Our proudest moment is our anniversary show that we just had, which was a sold-out show. We made money from it. It pushed our brand. People know about us a lot more. So that was something I would never forget. This fall, kicking off my senior year in London, I'm going to do a semester abroad, but I'm also taking my brand with me. We have 3 shows out there scheduled, essentially just to keep going from there. When I go to 42nd Street in New York and I see the big flagship H&M, I just look at it and I'm like, that's going to be my company right there. I want to have my own brand. People can come in there and actually shop at my store. Villanova is very supportive to me as a student, to me as a person. There's so many tools and like guidance for students' career path. Whatever you want to do, you want to be an entrepreneur, there's entrepreneurship classes for teachers who are going to be direct mentors to you. They're really going to help you hands-on in your professional career. You want to come into a school where no matter what you want, it's going to happen. Come to Villanova.
So just to let you know that Chinasa will not lose any ground while she's in London. She already has 2 fashion shows planned in London to continue to build her brand awareness. So our next speaker is Peter Solicito, a finance major who's building an organization to connect companies and people who want to help nonprofits. So welcome, Peter.
Hello, everyone. Again, my name is Peter Solicito. I'm a senior finance major and real estate minor here at Villanova School of Business. First off, let me start off by saying that Villanova is a special place. As a second-generation Wildcat, I was aware of this notion ever since my parents took me to basketball games, Villanova Day of Service, and other alumni functions on campus. My parents were lucky enough to graduate in '85 when, I'm sure you're all aware, we took our first NCAA basketball championship title. Now here we are, the next generation, still champions of basketball. But more importantly, we're still leaders in the changing world. I've theorized that Villanova is special because it is rooted in an extraordinary tradition. I'm sure you've all heard our motto plenty of times, Unitas, Veritas, Caritas. Although there are three major tenets, today I would like to focus on one in particular, Unitas, or unity. Villanova's pursuit of community has inspired me to thrive not only as a student, but also as a leader. If it had not been for my first year of business classes, I probably would not be standing before you today. Why? Because right off the bat, we were in the company of extremely accomplished faculty that challenged us to go the extra mile to be leaders in our fields. That notion stuck with me. After wrapping up freshman year, I was ecstatic to get back to the place I loved. Within the first 2 weeks of sophomore year, I was studying with one of my colleagues, Jack McDonald. Jack and I were taking a break to decompress when he told me that he used to run a 501c3 charitable organization as a high school senior that gifted sporting and concert tickets to active duty military families as an appreciation for their service to our country. Now, remembering the stories of my grandfather's escapades overseas, I was instantly intrigued and wanted to know how I could help the worthy cause. I asked Jack why he had not continued the charity at Villanova. And after a bit of reasoning and inspiration, we decided that we would relaunch the charity and have a functional team by the end of our second semester. Immediately, we revamped the operation. Instead of solely relying on friends and families, we realized that we could use what we were learning in our competitive effectiveness class to better market and optimize operations at GI Tickets. CE was merely one course that gave us a background in the practical knowledge required to run a 501c3. However, we now are, in our first year we had $30,000 of tickets, and now we're doing nearly $100,000 in tickets and cash to our well-deserving veterans. Again, now we're looking to get the next generation of GI Tickets leaders to carry on our mission as we leave and graduate next year. Our foundation's growth did not happen without our teachers and alumni network. GI Tickets started with a passion for helping our active duty military. Once we established our name and redefined our vision, we reached out to our professors and alumni network for guidance. After working with professors and alumni for a short while, we recognized that they shared the same passion we did and did whatever they could to position us for success. In fact, it seemed like everyone we turned to had at least one or two alumni contacts that were interested in helping us. It was humbling to witness a trend, that the alumni network was not only open to helping our cause, but excited to do so. This closely knit network of Villanovans for the betterment of Villanova students truly speaks to our Augustinian cornerstone of community. Fast forward a few months to my summer going into junior year. GI Tickets Foundation is in full swing, and we are exploring ways to become more technologically integrated. Without an online presence past an informational webpage, we were competing against other charities for much needed tickets and funds, and at best, we were struggling. I had just completed my Strategic Info Technology course with Professor Metzger in the spring, a class that, above all else, taught us how to use innovative technology to aid our businesses. After speaking with Professor Metzger and following her guidance, I realized that the only way to have a donation service that matched our needs was to create one of our own. Over the next few weeks, I reached out to the ICE Center, Entrepreneurship, Creativity, and Entrepreneurship Center, Villanova Law School, Entrepreneurship Clinic, and countless Villanova professors and alums that helped me redefine my vision to change the charitable donations process as we currently know it. Again, with the help of the Villanova Network, I have created ShareHub, LLC, a company with the sole vision of making charitable giving easier for individuals, corporations, and 501c3 charities. We're ultimately looking to create a web platform that highlights the transparency of donations and empowers charities to reach their fullest potential without having to focus on the hardest task for any charity, which is, in my opinion, fundraising. We're hoping to realize our first revenues around the new year, and I attribute the success to all the teachers and mentors that made it possible here. ShareHub started with my yearning to create a positive business, or a positive change in the world, and I wanted to create a business that would benefit all parties involved, while also focusing on fixing a world problem in the process. With only the best role models to follow, I can honestly say that my inspiration came from the Villanova success stories, which are rooted in business excellence, ethics, service, and community. In closing, there is no doubt that Villanova is a special community, capable of achieving continued leadership in our ever-changing business world. I'm excited and honored to be able to speak to you today, and I truly look forward to continuing the Augustinian tradition of community throughout my endeavors in the real world. I hope you all enjoy the rest of BLF, and of course, go Cats.
So clearly our applied curriculum and focus on values have provided a real strong foundation for your success. So recent engineering graduate, Christine Fasasica, has turned her educational journey into a successful career in cybersecurity. So, Christy.
Hello, my name is Christine Fasasica, and I did just graduate this past May in the class of 2016. I received a bachelor's degree a bachelor's of science in computer engineering and a business minor from the Summer Business Institute. I just wanted to start by saying thank you to Villanova, Villanova's leadership, the ICE Institute, all of the advisory councils, and everyone from VSB who's been an integral part in planning today. It's really because of all of you that graduates like me have received so many opportunities. So I didn't begin at Villanova in the School of Business. I indeed was in the College of Engineering, but I did get my business minor when I was a freshman from the Summer Business Institute. And from that moment, I really had so many more interactions with VSB. I started working with Tu Luscri, who is the director of the ICE Institute, and I was a sophomore in the ICE-CAPS program. Well, that program inspired me to think of more innovative ways to give back to the university and really increase my creativity. I think Tu saw something in me because during my junior year, he asked me to become a mentor for the program. And this gave me even more opportunities because I was able to attend the Philly Women in Tech Summit, which is a conference that focuses on the technical achievements of women and tries to improve the number of women that are actually pursuing technical careers. At this conference, one thing led to another, and I met Professor Sue Metzger. And the first thing that I said to her was that I really enjoyed it, this was so awesome, and she was like, why don't we have this at Villanova? And so that is what we did. We actually, over the course of the next year, were able to plan the Villanova Women in Tech Summit, and it was a huge success, and it was largely because of Sue Metzger. She really championed that project, and we had a lot of support. We had support from Provost Majidi, from Tu, from the ICE Institute, and it was actually one of the most diverse events on Villanova's campus. We had over 100 people come on a Saturday in January, and there was lots of students mixed with alumni and even men in addition to women. So another reason that I was really impacted by Villanova, and part of why I'm here today, is my interest in cybersecurity. I first became interested in cybersecurity when I was in high school, so I knew that I wanted to get a job in cybersecurity, but I didn't really know how to get there or what job I exactly wanted. But Villanova really helped me to build my skill set and my knowledge base in cybersecurity, especially in areas like assembly programming, which are actually really important even today. I took at least 4 elective classes dedicated specifically to cybersecurity, and my senior design project was sponsored by Lockheed Martin, also in a cyber area. Now I'm working my dream job as a cyber researcher at the MIT Lincoln Laboratory, which is a Department of Defense funded federally funded research and development center with a rich portfolio in cybersecurity research in support of national security. My specific role right now is development of low-level instrumentation of cyber systems for analysis. To tell you the story of how I got my job, I have to give a lot of credit to Tu Luscri, who is the director of the ICE Institute, and to my curriculum at Villanova. So the summer before my senior year, prime time for getting a job, the ICE Institute helped pay for me to attend the #1 cybersecurity conference in the world. And while I was there, I actually met people from MIT. And I asked them if they wanted my resume. They did. Shortly after that, I received a phone interview, and then finally an on-site in-person interview. This was the hardest interview of my life. But I actually felt really comfortable in my interview because I just felt really prepared from my Villanova curriculum. And one of the pieces of feedback that I had received from them was, wow, you have really strong fundamentals. And I was like, yeah, my classes really helped me. I wouldn't have known anything if I didn't have those classes. So I can honestly say that if it weren't for my curriculum at Villanova and for two, I would not have gotten my job. So I really thank Villanova for that and the ICE Institute. So I understand that there's many alumni in the audience, and I really want to thank all of you again as well for your support. I was once told that the measure or value of a university is the sum of the achievements of its graduates. Our outstanding U.S. News World and Report ranking is truly a reflection of the achievements of all of you. Villanova has done so much for me these past 4 years, and as a recent graduate, I hope that I can contribute in some way to that sum and give back to the school and impact students in the same way that all of you have impacted me. Thank you.